Well, hello, ladies. This is Dr. LaWanda N. Evans, licensed professional counselor, relationship and life strategist, writer, speaker, and owner of LNE Unlimited. Well, I'm going to talk to you today about the top 21 things that I learned from watching the movie How to Be Single. How many of you went and saw that movie? I mean, I felt as if the movie was very cute. I loved it. It hit home in a lot of areas. And I was one of the ones sitting in the movie theater who was actually taking notes because I was like, oh my God, this would be so perfect for me to share with the ladies to give you some insight on some things. Not only is it going to be a blessing to you, but hopefully the information that I share is actually going to bless you and help you to be able to make some changes that need to be made in your own life as it relates to relationship, starting a relationship, ending a relationship, or just loving yourself. You know, I'm all about helping and teaching you how to love yourself. And I believe these top 21 things tie right into you loving yourself, making healthy relationship decisions, avoiding relationship pitfalls, and making changes in life that increase your happiness and improving in your emotional and mental health. You know, I totally believe that, many a times the things that we go through in a relationship, it directly affects our emotional well-being. It affects our mental well-being and it can also lead to, different types of sickness and diseases. So I want to be able to share these top 21 things with you so that you can be blessed like I was blessed, and also just to, provide you with information as you continue your journey as a single woman, whole and complete. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because, I can talk all day about this particular subject, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. The top 21 things that I learned from the movie How to Be Single. The first thing that I learned was know who you are before you get into a relationship. It is so important for you to know who you are before you can tie yourself into a relationship with someone else. There is no way that you can have a healthy relationship if you don't know yourself, if you don't know your identity, if you don't have an identity, and if you struggle with your self-esteem. Your self-esteem and your identity should never be tied to the person that you're dating or the person that you're married to or the person that you desire to be with. You should have an identity of who you are prior to getting into that relationship, and that would keep you from being so attached to that person if something happens, if that person leaves, if it doesn't work out, if that person has to travel all over the world to do different things. Because you know who you are, because you have your own identity, because you have your own things going on, you're not so tied to that person. So, the second thing that I learned from the movie is to know your likes and your dislikes. This brought me back to the movie Runaway Bride. I absolutely love that movie. I don't know if many of you have seen that movie, but in that movie, Sandra Bullock, she was, never committed to anyone, had abandonment issues. It was just so many things in that movie. But one of the things is she never knew how she liked her eggs. She had her eggs done based on the men that she was dating or the men whom she was engaged to. So that brought me to think and to say to you, know your likes and your dislikes. No, don't conform to what you think he wants because you like him and because you want to be in a relationship with him. Like, I use myself for an example. I hate outdoors. So I'm going to be honest. Outside activities, hiking, going up a mountain, I'm probably not going to be the best person for that. But I'm open to trying new things. However, I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to, not be honest about the fact that I don't like outdoors. I don't like mosquitoes. Yes, I grew up in Mississippi, but I hate bugs. I hate mosquitoes. I don't like it. So it's very important to be honest about that, to know what you like and you don't like. If you know you don't like beef, you don't like pork, don't lie and say that you do just to please him. Be real, be who you are, and that would help you on your journey. It would also save you from a lot of failure. The third thing, don't lose your identity in the relationship. Don't get so consumed in the relationship that you forget the person that God made you, that you forget who you are as an individual. You're so consumed and so wrapped up in the relationship that you have basically forgotten your goals, your dreams, your vision, because you're so busy trying to figure out what he's doing, trying to keep up with him. So don't lose yourself in the relationship. Continue to do the things that you do, or continue to do the things that you've always done when you get into the relationship, while you're in the relationship, and even after the relationship. Don't ever lose yourself in anything. Always stay very in tune with who you are as an individual and allow God to continue to use you. And if you find yourself in a situation where you are so consumed with the man that you're dating, or you're so consumed with wanting to be in a relationship that you're losing yourself, losing your identity, losing your passion and your focus, you need to seek God and ask God to give you the wisdom to help you, to give you guidance, to strengthen you, to help you so that you can overcome struggling in this particular area. I can talk all day about that. The next thing, enjoy life. Have fun. Do things that you've never done. I know I have traveled, I travel a lot, and I travel by myself a whole lot. I would get on a plane and go wherever I want to go, if need be, and just to get away. So it's important to be able to enjoy life. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy, if you love to golf, go golfing. If you love being outside, do outside activities, but enjoy life. Do the things that you like to do. If you like going to the spa, if you like being at home, if you like reading, do the things that you like to do. Enjoy yourself. Another thing, I think I've already talked about, know who you are. That was one of the big things in that movie, is knowing who you are, being able to identify what it is that you like at this present moment, and being able to grow, and being able to be honest with the person that you're dating or the person you're in a relationship with about what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, and all of that is combined and really goes back to knowing who you are. Another thing that's very important. Now, this is a big one. When a guy tells you the truth, believe him. If he tells you all he wants is sex, please know that's all he wants. There's nothing you can do to change his mind. Sorry, guys, those of you that may look at this video, but I'm just keeping it real. It is what it is. If he tells you the truth, believe him. If he says he's not ready for a relationship, believe him. Don't try to do things to change his mind. I don't care how much money you spend. I don't care how many chandeliers you can swing from. I don't care how much sex you decide you want to give him. Please know there is nothing you can do to change his mind if he tells you he is not ready for a relationship. You can probably call me and we can talk a little bit more about that. Another thing, again, figure out who you are before you get into a relationship. Knowing who you are, figuring out who you are before you get into a relationship. Those trends came up often in the movie, so I'm not going to go too much into that anymore. Don't be needy or codependent. Men call it a thirsty woman, but I'm going to say needy. You can't do anything by yourself. You depend on him to do everything for you. You can't do nothing. You're a damsel in distress. You basically need him for everything. Yes, men like to be needy. However, there comes a point in your life that you have to be able to do things by yourself. You can't be so codependent on him. You can't, be that person. Oh, I can't do this without him. I can't go this place without him. I can't travel without him. I can't make any decisions without him. I can't leave the house without him. I can't purchase anything without him. And you're not even married to him. There's a difference when you're married to someone versus when you're dating. When you're dating someone, you're getting to know them to decide if you want to continue to date them, and hopefully it would lead to something. If not, it's okay. But when you are codependent, that means you cannot survive without that person. That means that person, you always have to be around him. He can't breathe. You can't breathe. You always want to be under his wing. I always want to talk to him 24/7. This is what I say to that. Get a life. Find something that you enjoy doing. Many men don't like a codependent woman. And codependency and neediness can also lead to a very unhealthy relationship. So you want to consider that as well. Another thing, I'm looking at my other computer, by the way. When he moves on, so should you. This is basically about when he decides that he's ready. I'm sorry, ladies. When he decides that he's ready to end the relationship, and you decide that, okay, you're not ready for the relationship to end, it's very, very important for you to accept the fact that he has moved on. So basically, when he moves on, so should you. It may be difficult to overcome, but it's not impossible, because there are people like myself who are available to help you to overcome, that relationship, especially when the relationship ends and you have no clue as to what happened, which we usually call that being ghost. So the guy went ghost and he basically abandoned the relationship, or just decided he just don't want the relationship anymore. So if you find yourself in a situation like that and he has moved on and you find it difficult to move on, seek help from someone to help you to overcome that. But it's very important for you to move on when he has decided to move on. The next thing, when you stop comparing yourself and stop comparing your ex to the person, to current people or someone you want to meet, you will eventually meet a great person. So stop comparing yourself and comparing your ex to everybody you meet. I can honestly say at one point in my life, I used to do that. Every person I meet, I would say, oh, he's not like so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, he's not like so-and-so, so-and-so. That's not good. No man wants to be compared to anybody. Not even if you're not saying it to him, but you're saying it to yourself. So stop comparing who you meet to the person you use today. They are an ex for a reason. Leave them there, leave them in the past, and stop comparing. And if you stop doing that, you will eventually meet a great guy. You will actually meet someone who actually likes you for who you are. Don't talk yourself out of doing things you enjoy. Have fun. Again, that goes back into enjoying life. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to go there. Try something new. Do something new. Do things by yourself. There's so many single women who are so afraid of going places by themselves, of traveling by themselves, or just doing things, or just being by themselves. It's okay. That's how you get to know who you are. That's how you get to know what you love and what you enjoy, by enjoying things and not shying away from things that you really have never been exposed to. Try new hobbies and see if you like them. You may decide that you like golf or tennis or baseball. Lord, I would never go. This is a side note, ladies. I would never go to another baseball game. Oh my God, I was so bored. Bored, but I tried it, but I was bored. So anyway, try things. You never know what you may or may not like. Let's see. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Again, that goes back into trying something new. Identify all the mistakes you've made in past relationships and work on not repeating them. It is so important for us to decide or be able to identify, the mistakes that we made in past relationships. Why did the relationship end? It didn't just end because he wanted to end it. It ended. It takes two people. So there was something that you did, there was something that he did, there was something that you said, there was something that he said. But it's very important to identify your own mistakes. Take responsibility for the mistakes that you have made, identify, own them, and work on not repeating them again. Find someone who makes you better. Many times we get into relationships and we end up with people who don't make us better. So make sure that when you're looking or when you're meeting people, find someone who makes you who makes you want to be better, who makes you want to go home and cook. Like me, I hate cooking, but I would do it for the right person. However, that is not something I love to do. I love to clean. But if I was to meet the right person, I would probably cook. May not be often, but I probably would. But it makes me be a better person, makes me want to be better, makes me want to do better. So find someone who makes you want to be better or make you want to be a better person. And then find someone who likes you for who you are. I tell women this all the time. Everybody is not going to be drawn to your personality. You are who you are. And you shouldn't have to change who you are for the sake of a man or for the sake of a relationship. Be who you are. Anybody who knows me know I have a very funny, crazy personality. So everybody cannot, deal with all of this. But I'm okay with me. I accept me for who I am. I'm all right with the person that I am and the person that I've become and the person that God has made me. So I'm okay with that. So you have to be able to be with someone who likes you for who you are. Everything about you, flaws and all, mistakes and all. I don't care how big you are, how skinny you are, whatever it is that you don't like about yourself, you make sure that person likes it about you, because you have to love you, and you want someone who's going to love you for who you are as an individual. And then don't be so obsessed with wanting to be in love that you lose yourself. Many times we lose our identity in the idea of wanting to be in a relationship that we forget about taking care of us. The time that you're spending worried and concerned about whether or not you're going to meet a great guy, or whether or not you're going to have a relationship, or whether or not you're going to get married, you can be using that energy to start a business, to work on your business, to do the things you enjoy, to advance, to be a better person, to become a better person, to develop their relationship with God. So don't get so caught up in wanting to be in a relationship that you lose yourself. How much time have you already wasted? How much further could you have been now if you had not taken so much time and just focusing on wanting to be in a relationship? So enjoy yourself, do things, start working on that business that you want. You never know, you may meet him while you're starting your business. So don't get so caught up in wanting to be in a relationship that you lose who you are as a person. And spend time alone to focus on you. There's nothing more, I would say, more attractive than a woman who focuses on herself. Not to say you got to spend money. You can just do things that you like. You can just enjoy a bubble bath at home. You don't have to go to a spa. You can just focus on you. Spend time getting to know everything about you. Focus on yourself. Focus on loving you. I had someone to tell me, I don't know how to love myself. What? There's so many awesome and wonderful things about you that you've never explored. But if you take time to focus on you, you would learn so much about yourself that you would actually become attractive, or you will attract what it is that you desire, because now you know you. You know what you enjoy. You know what you like. You know what you love. The next thing, don't get so used to doing things your way that you miss out on somebody great. Now, how many of you, like myself, have control issues? We like to be in control because we were either the only child or the first child, or, had to take on a lot of responsibilities, and it just became a part of our nature that we like to be in control. And I have to be the first to say, I like to be in control. I'm just going to be real. I love it. It just does something to me, because when I'm in control, I can basically predict the outcome. However, I have learned to take a step back. I don't have to always be in control. I don't always have to have the last word. I don't always have to make decisions or to plan this or plan that. I can just sit back and just let things happen. So don't get so caught up in doing things the way you want to do things that you miss out on a great guy. If he's talking to you about something, he's giving you some advice, sit and listen. You don't always have to say anything. You don't always have to have a response. You don't always have to have a rebuttal. Sometimes it's just good to sit and listen and just be quiet. That would help all of you that are control freaks like I am. Cherish being single, because at any moment your life can change. Enjoy this moment of being single, because I'm going to tell you, once you get married, your life changes. Your life can change at a drop of a dime. So cherish this moment of being single. Enjoy it. And then learn to stand on your own. I know, a lot of people have said that, a man wants to feel needed. Yes, he does. But there are other ways that we can do that as women. That's another video that I talk about a little bit later. However, learn to stand on your own. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to rescue you. Nobody wants to sit around, or no man is looking for someone he can rescue. So learn to stand on your own. Learn to be able to handle your business. If you know your credit is jacked up, work on it. If you know you have a hard time paying bills on time, work on it. Don't sit and wait for somebody to rescue you and say, I do it when I get married, or I do it when I get in a relationship. No, this is the time now while you're single to start working on those things that you know you have a challenge with. So those are the top 21 things that I learned from the movie How to Be Single. I know who goes to the movies and take notes? Nobody but me, but it's okay. I own it. That's just a part of who I am. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I know this video was a little bit longer than the other videos. I don't apologize for it. I had a lot to say. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, any concerns, you may email me at counseling@drlne.com. You can also check out my website at www.drlne.com. Thank you. It's been awesome talking to you. Until next time. Bye-bye.